Would you like to improve your riding? Then this will help you with a swinging leg. Thank you so much, Regina, who sent in this video about her riding, and she wants some tips, so let's get to it. Her lower leg in particular is what she wants to talk about. If you'd like to improve your riding and training, win more ribbons at your next horse show, or generally like other horsey related stuff and want to develop a deeper connection with your horse, then please send me an email. Watch this video, improve your riding position, become a friend of your horse, become connected with your horse, and improve your riding all at the same time. A lot of people. Okay, let's watch this video. And she asked me to do a position review because she started riding after not riding for a while. So let's see if we can help her out. So what do you think? What do you think about that video? Generally speaking, what I like about it is that the horse is a lovely, sweet horse. Looks like it's very kind, knows what it's supposed to be doing, and it is excellent situation. So she's in an enclosed space. She's got the correct tack on. Her helmet looks like it's okay. Everything seems to be working out as far as all that kind of stuff goes. So first of all, what points out to me right away is a chair seat. So we have what I would call a chair seat here. So when I look at this rider, this means that it looks like this rider sitting in a chair. Generally speaking, we would like for when you're sitting on a horse, for your kneecap, your knee bone to be pointing more towards the ground, less forward towards the horse's ears. We'd like to have your kneecap underneath you more. And if you look closely at this, you can see that the rider's knee is pointing forward, and it looks like she's sitting in a chair. And you know what? This happens a lot with people, particularly adults, particularly as teenagers who's sitting at desks all day, and their hip flexors get tight and get shortened from sitting at a desk. So what you're going to have to do is do some exercises to help you stretch your hip flexor. One exercise you can do is to open up your hip flexors by doing some stretches before you even get on your horse. Okay. The other thing I noticed is that her back is slightly rounded and her arms are fully straight. Her shoulders are rounded forward, and this sounds like a lot of criticism, but this person has asked for a rider position review, and these are the things that you can work on your own. So when you see this position, what I do and what instructors do, what coaches and trainers do, is to compare this position to something that's an ideal position. So we would like an ideal position. What's an ideal position for you? Put it in the comments below. Tell me what an ideal position looks like to you. Straight line, ear, shoulder, hip, heel. Straight line, elbow, hand, horse's mouth. So let's look at that. Straight line, ear, shoulder, hip, heel. You can see straight line, ear, shoulder, hip. The heel is stuck out in front of her, which is indication that she's possibly in a chair seat. Straight line, elbow, hand, horse's mouth. And you can see here that she's got a straight line, shoulder to the horse's mouth. I had a teacher tell me once, straight line, shoulder to the horse's mouth. You have your entire upper body in the horse's mouth. So disconnect that, bend your elbows, and have straight line, elbow, hand, horse's mouth. This gives you a direct connection to the horse's mouth without putting your shoulders right into the horse's mouth. How are you going to fix this? Old days, we used to ride with the crop or whip behind us and behind our elbows into our back. you are going to have to try and do some exercises, get an elastic and pull it apart this way. That'll strengthen your shoulders in behind, I don't know, whatever those muscles are in behind there, to help get that sitting up straight in your chair. I'm sitting up straight here. I could be slouched over. Most of us, when we're driving our car, when we're sitting at our desk at work, when we're walking, we're slouched over. Try to be conscious about your position, your posture. And that, whatever you do daily, sitting in the car, sitting at your desk, sitting at the table, eating, walking, is what you're going to do on your horse. So be thoughtful about how you're walking. What's your posture like? That will help get your shoulders rounded and also keep your elbows bent. Doing a position check regularly as you're riding will help you to get into the proper position. Am I sitting properly? Or do I have a straight line ear, shoulder, hip, heel? Have somebody come out and watch you. Is there a straight line ear, shoulder, hip, heel? Well, maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But I can see here from this angle, there is not a straight line ear, shoulder, hip, heel. There is not a straight line elbow, hand, horse's mouth. If you sit up properly, bend your elbows, that would be a simple fix. A little later, here's the same thing. This looks like a 2-point position. One thing that I noticed here is that your lower leg is swinging. Your foot in your stirrup is by the horse's elbow. Again, this is because you're pinching with your knee and your lower leg is swinging out in front of you. Keep the weight coming down past your knee into your calf, and that will help. Some exercises for you to do to help this: set up some trot rails 4 feet apart. That will help. Ride over the trot rails in your 2-point position with your stirrups maybe a toe or two shorter than what you would like. To adjust your stirrups properly, the top of your stirrup tread should hit the bottom of your ankle bone. To do this exercise, shorten your stirrups a couple holes. A couple holes just makes that angle in your ankle a little bit more. Trot over the trot rails and really feel the weight coming down into your heel and your heel absorbing the shock of the trot. Don't pinch with your knees. Pinching with your knees will give you that swinging lower leg. The other thing I noticed here is that your hands are floating above the horse's neck. Keep your elbows soft and push your hands right onto the horse's neck. So rather than your hands staying still, your hands will follow along with the horse's neck. And this requires you to have a bent elbow. And if you look at your photos, you don't have a bent elbow. Your arm is straight from the shoulder to your hand to the horse's mouth. Bend your elbows so it can move along with the horse's neck. You can also practice this over your trot rails. And you can see your lower leg swinging, and this is because you're pinching with your knees. Do that exercise over poles, then you will be able to keep your lower leg still. Hi there, my name's Laura, and thank you so much. If you have any questions or like some special help with your riding position, please send me an email, thistleridge@hotmail.com. Thanks now. See you later. Bye.